It feels so weird sitting down in that chair, but it feels so powerful too. Like I'm just like, it's like an astronaut like getting ready for liftoff. I don't know, I just went into like a astronaut roller coaster weird zone there. What's good, y'all? Cal Visuals, and today we're gonna talk about why my videos still suck, or why they did. We're gonna talk a little bit about hard and soft lighting, you know, how to improve testimonials, interviews, tutorial videos, overall just simple talking head videos, you know, how do you improve them? How do you make better quality content videos overall? You know, what's the difference between hard and soft light, and why it matters. Let's do it. Alright, y'all, so about a year ago, I bought myself a set of newer lights. Bought myself a pair of two 660 LED newer lights, and I thought it was gonna change the game for me, right? I had a light kit now, right? I had a light kit, and I was gonna take this to all my shoots and make some awesome content, and now I could shoot indoors. I could do some lighting stuff, and I thought it was so cool. Brought the lights to a music video set, brought them out, shined them on the artists, and I was just like, oh my, what? It looked so horrific and gruesome. I actually literally just like shut the lights off and went natural, and then like boosted the exposure, cleaned up the noise, etc. It was a mess. But anyways, yeah, I used these lights, guys, and I was like, holy cow, this isn't what I wanted at all. You know, and I never realized the true difference between hard and soft light, and when to use it, and you know, low key lighting and high key lighting, and when to use those. And you know, I didn't understand lighting at all, or what kind of lighting I was looking at when I watched certain music videos or films. And it was in that moment that it really hit me that like, wow, I don't know anything about lighting, and that's a huge issue as a cinematographer. I needed to change that. And so I started investing a ton of time and watching incredible filmmakers like Jacob Owens, YC Imaging, Thomas Taher, other people like this, you know, doing breakdown videos, just on their cinematography style, what lights they're using, why they're using them in different scenarios and different elements and techniques. And it's taught me a lot. Understanding lights and lighting has drastically improved my films, my music videos, commercials, everything, tutorials, all of it. And I'm only getting better and better, growing more and more. You know, I'm not the best, I'm not a master, but I'm continuing to learn and grow. And I want to share the knowledge that I've learned thus far, and I'm continuing to learn with y'all. So I was having this lighting issue, right? You know, just using these newer lights. I was starting to take these classes, understanding more, and I started to understand that what I had were two lights that had terrible diffusion, and they were hard light. It was no soft light. It was breaching really hard shadows anytime we were shooting. So if light was coming on this side, hitting this face, I'd have some extremely harsh and super dark, hard cut out shadows, like literally kill the blacks. You can't see anything. They weren't helping. They weren't making a difference, or at least I didn't know how to properly use them or when to use them. And so again, you know, really understanding and learning this, I started to learn and understand and find my cinematic style. And so hard light is great. I think it definitely has its time and purpose. But I started understanding that a lot of what I really enjoyed and that I saw in films was soft light. They were using soft light, you know, so you have really clean and smooth lighting, really clean on the skin tone, so no harsh or overturning shadows. As you can see here, you know, I'm using my Aputure 120D over here, and it's pumping onto me, and I'm getting a really nice gradient with the shadows. You know, there's not some huge cutoff. It's a nice, smooth gradient. Go ahead and kind of show you the difference. So I've got diffusion on both my lights right now. I've got a newer over here, just kind of doing like a nice side filler for the shadows, slash you can call it somewhat of a hair light, because it's literally at a 90 right here. And then I've got my Aputure 120D Mark II hanging out up high over there, keying down. The reason why I want it up high and keying down is because if it was level or shooting up, I'm not necessarily killing out shadows and killing out all the shadows, raccoon eyes, etc. And so by shooting up high, I can kill the shadows and kill those out low. You don't want to shoot up, because if you're shooting up, you're necessarily just creating shadows and dragging them to a different side. When you shoot down, you're dropping them off. And so let's go ahead and flip these around and show you the difference between soft and hard light. All right, so one, this is like super overexposed. It's overexposed, but I'm gonna go ahead and kill out this newer light just so we can talk about, you know, hard light, and I can really show you the examples with the shadows. All right, guys, so as you can see here, so now we are dealing with hard light. Really harsh, sharp shadows. Like, look at the drop off. See how harsh and sharp it is now? And before, it was so much more gradient and clean and smooth. And you still kind of saw details, you know, you could see what was going on in the shadows. Here, you're literally, all this, you're losing. You don't have that, because we're shooting in flat right now, but once you come and edit, you know, you go through Lumetri, you throw some S-curve on there, and the scopes, mess with all that, and shadows are gone. You lost it. Look at the image overall, guys. I mean, it's terrible. This is not good. Now, again, hard light has a time and place. You know, if you're doing something in studio, maybe you're using a Fresnel from behind, you know, something where you're looking for like a dramatic silhouette or something like that, you know, hard light can be great in scenarios like that. But something where you're doing a talking head on a basic, you know, business topic or tutorial, anything that isn't super dramatic or eerie or dark, you don't need to be using hard light. You want soft light, again, when you're doing interviews, tutorials, anything with talking heads, anything with people where you have a person in the image. And unless you're going for something extremely, you know, edgy or different or dramatic, you want that beautiful touching soft light. So let's finish off this video the right way, because this is really pissing me off. And yeah, I'm gonna fix the light. Be right back. Doesn't that just feel like, not just look, but it just feels better. Oh, I feel so good now. Look at this. Anyways, guys, yeah, using soft light has just drastically improved my work, you know, in understanding the fundamentals of lighting, when to use certain kinds of lighting, again, you know, high key or low key, soft light or hard light, what is a filler, what is a key light, what is a hair light, you know, all those things, understanding the fundamentals of lighting, and then kind of branching and building off of that to learn the more specific and stylistic elements, if you will. It's just drastically improved the game for me. Last kind of pointer and tip I'll leave with you guys here is always remember to shoot shadow side. It gives you just an overall more dramatic and cinematic feeling. So that's just a kind of tidbit right there. Oh, one more. Also, if you're doing an interview, just kind of keep in mind like OTS, over the shoulder element. I see a lot of people that kind of do an interview and they'll have the person sectioned off, you know, in the third of the camera, and it looks really clean and good, and then they're talking straight ahead, talking like this. It's not how it should be. If you're doing, you know, any type of talking head or interview, it should be talking, you know, they can still be framed this way, but they should be talking, you know, directly to the camera, like this, like I am now with a tutorial. Or, you know, have them framed over here, and they should be talking this way. This is where the conversation should be going. Hey Kyle, how's it going? Your tutorial's freaking amazing. All this lighting stuff, I love it, man. I've learned so much. I mean, soft light, hard light. I don't know where that accent kind of thing came from, but it did. And y'all witnessed that, so yeah. And that's all, folks. Or is it? No, that's it. I'm just kidding. I don't know. All right, y'all. Be sure to like and subscribe for more awesome content to come. Spread the word. Y'all already know. Peace.